Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the light heavyweight bout between Alonzo Menifield versus William Knight. And I will say this right here, this is a revised video because I have put out a video and I have since privated it where I originally, when this fight was scheduled, like 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago, I picked William Knight. So you already know where I'm going with this. I'm picking Alonzo Menifield. And this will be my first revised video because obviously, this is not after the fight has happened. This is still all prior to the fight actually happening. And since in that time, my opinions had changed. And this has typically I will stick with my picks, but this is a pick where I will change. If it goes wrong, that's hilarious. Like if it goes where I was already on the right pick and then I saw some things and it's ultimately still the same. What I actually said would happen happens, or originally said that would happen happens. That'd be funny. But as of right now, and to the fight and after the fight, I will be confident with this pick. I'm not saying super confident, but I will be fully behind this pick, behind this pick change to Alonzo Menifield. I feel like William Knight is striking has not really evolved. Even though he got a big knockout, it was not like a clean, real setup knockout. It was very sloppy, but very effective. I feel like Menifield has a higher ceiling and is actually changing and evolving and staying his grappling. We saw against what's his face, where he was able to tap him out, I think, with like a Von Flue choke or something. We seen that fight. They both beat the same guy. William Knight knocked him out. Yeah, Fabio Cherant. Cherant got knocked out by William Knight, but I think he was actually mixing up William Knight on the feet, but he was able to find a knockout and knock Cherant out. Whereas along the midfield, I think he just easily ran right through Cherant, took him down, tapped him out. So showing the wrestling improvements, showing striking improvements, showing fight IQ improvements. Whereas William Knight is still showing the same stuff, swinging big shots, looking to drag people to the ground and beat on them. Very primitive, very low skill, low caliber striking. If he hears it or somebody, his fans or somebody hears it, but it is what it is. I see it. Like his grappling, it's not like he just some bum off the street. But with a lot of stuff, like he has technique, but a lot of stuff he uses his muscles. We saw in this fight against Daun Jung. That might work against guys where he can have the strength advantage, but we go against a guy that has more technique than him and is able to match his strength and maybe have a little bit of a leverage advantage. We see how they could take advantage of his sloppy. We seen the Tafon and Chukwi fight where he tried to muscle Tafon and Chukwi and you going with a big young guy. And that little bullying style, that muscle bound style, just make it look bad. You try to go out there, try to pull somebody ground. They just use that technique, use that strength to throw you off balance and put you on the ground. Because you all just trying to use a lot of muscle and a lot of force behind his stuff. And I feel like Menifield already has a very strong fighter, has a very strong base. It's not going to be easy to move around. And ultimately, I feel like it could end up a lot like in Chukwi fight, or in general, just end up a lot of these fights where he goes up with a guy that's strong, able to match or meet his strength, and then be a little bit more tactical. And I feel like Menifield has showed a pretty decent gas tank. Matter of fact, both have shown semi-decent gas tanks, but I feel ultimately Menifield is going to be the one using more technique, be able to keep us on the feet. And I feel like he's just the more polished striker, whereas William Knight, definitely very powerful, but a lot of things he does, very forced and very muscle-based. And I feel like Menifield will be able to match that and be cleaner with his technique. And I think he beats William Knight to a decision. I think, like I said, if he keep his fight on the feet, if William Knight tries to force it to the ground, I feel like Menifield should be able to address it, neutralize it, maybe even counter him and score takedowns on him. Get a trip on him and very close fight. But I just feel like Menifield's going to be cleaner and sharper and composed and be able to take advantage of William Knight trying to force position through muscling things. And I see Menifield getting his hand raised in a decision victory. So in this fight, I got Alonzo Menifield via decision.